morning, everyone. It is truly a pleasure to be here on Government Plaza in Greensboro with all of these amazing community leaders and women with me in support of the Laura Fjeld for Congress campaign. And I'm Laura Fjeld, and I'm running for Congress in the 6th Congressional District. And we're here today to talk about the very important issue of women's health and women's health care. We all know well that when mom's not doing well, everybody suffers. And so women's health and women's health care is very important to all of us. It's particularly important also in this race and in this campaign. Let me tell you why. I believe that a woman's health care choices should be made by a woman in consultation with her doctor. And that's something that we know is a place where we can trust women to make good decisions. My opponent, Mark Walker, feels very differently than I do. This is a big difference between us in this race. Mark Walker believes that even in the case when a woman has been the victim of a violent crime like rape, the violence and traumatizing nightmare like incest, or even when her own life may be in danger, she might die from a pregnancy, he believes that she should not have the option of speaking to her physician and gaining information, medical advice on what her options are. I think that's wrong, and it's too extreme. No matter how you feel about abortion, this is too extreme. Also, I believe that a woman should have good and fair access to contraception. So whether we're talking about any form of legally obtainable contraception, this is an issue not just for women, this is an issue for families. And my opponent, Mark Walker, feels very differently than I do on that subject as well. He would support legislation that would determine that all life begins at conception. And this legislation would result in the banning of commonly used forms of contraception, such as the pill and the IUD. And these forms of contraception are prescribed by doctors for other uses, not just contraception. So it endangers women's health care again. This is too extreme. And this is a family issue, as I said. It's not just a woman's issue. And so these are very important issues to the campaign. And what we're talking here about women is about women's health care. I'd like to invite Janet Cole to comment briefly, and Janet will tell you her position with the Central Carolina Planned Parenthood Action Fund. Thank you so much, and thank you all for being here.
Good morning, everybody. I am Janet Cole. I'm the president and CEO of the Planned Parenthood of Central North Carolina Action Fund. On behalf of the more than 25,000 North Carolinians who rely on Planned Parenthood for basic health care every year, I am proud to stand here today with Laura Fjeld in support of her campaign for Congress. Laura is a strong supporter of women's health, just like the majority of North Carolinians. Laura agrees with North Carolinians that we should respect the real-life decisions of women and their families, decisions that they face every day, and that includes decisions about their health. Her opponent wants to defund Planned Parenthood. Laura agrees with most of North Carolinians that Planned Parenthood is an important safety net provider. 1 in 5 American women has turned to Planned Parenthood at some time in her life for professional, non-judgmental, affordable, and confidential health care. Laura knows that 100% of government funding for Planned Parenthood goes to our prevention services, including life-saving cancer screening, birth control, prevention and treatment of sexually transmitted diseases, breast health services, Pap tests, and teen pregnancy prevention. Her opponent wants to ban abortion even in cases of rape, incest, and when the woman's life is in danger. Laura agrees with the majority of North Carolinians. Abortion is a deeply personal and often complex decision. She believes that you cannot make that decision for anyone else. Just like most North Carolinians, she believes that decisions about pregnancy should be left to a woman, her family, and her faith, not to politicians. Her opponent would even ban some forms of birth control. Laura agrees with North Carolinians that birth control is basic health care. 98% of American women will use some form of birth control in their lifetime. The only controversy about birth control is that it's 2014 and we're still fighting for it. The choice we have in November is clear. Do we want to elect candidates like Laura Fjeld, who will fight for women's access to basic health care? Or do we want to elect candidates who will support policies that take us back to the 1950s? As a leading provider of women's reproductive health care in North Carolina, the Planned Parenthood Action Fund proudly supports Laura Fjeld for Congress.